When Adam had lived 130 years, he had a son in his own image, and he named him Seth. Adam lived 800 years after Seth was born and had other sons and daughters. Seth lived 105 years and became the father of Enosh. He had other sons and daughters and lived a total of 912 years before he died. Enosh had lived 90 years and became the father of Kenan. Kenan had lived 70 years. He became the father of Mahalalel. When Mahalalel had lived 65 years, he became the father of Jared. And when Jared lived 162 years, he then became the father of Enoch. When Enoch was 65 years old, he became the father of Methuselah. When Methuselah had lived 187 years, he then became the father of Lamech. And after he became the father of Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years, having more sons and daughters. Altogether, Methuselah had lived a total of 969 years, and then he died. Lamech, at the age of 182, had a son, and he named him Noah. And he said, "He will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of our hands caused by the ground the Lord has cursed." After Noah was born, Lamech lived 595 years, having of course more sons and daughters. Altogether, Lamech lived a total of 777 years, and then he died. After Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So stop for a minute and think, why is this so important that God would put this in the Bible? Because remember, God wrote the Bible, not people. People might have been the vessel that God used, but it was His words that they wrote. Otherwise, the Bible would be literally littered with human worldly things they would put in that would cloud the message of God. For He chose each word so specifically and perfectly that we don't even realize it. We look at the Bible and we read it and we take it for what we hear. But the Word is living and it's filled with much mystery. Let's take a look. In Genesis 5, chapter 28 and chapter 29, it says, "He will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of the hands caused by the ground." Okay, so what? Let's break this down. He will comfort us. Who is that He? Why, Noah, of course, with his name meaning of comfort and rest. In the labor and painful toil, well, we all know what labor is. It's work. And painful toil, well, painful speaks for itself, and toil, meaning extremely difficult work, or even fatiguing work. So, what are they talking about in the labor? Why, Noah building the ark. Of our hands caused by the ground the Lord has cursed. Of our hands caused, let's flip that and reverse it. Caused by our hands, caused by our own doing, that the land is cursed because of the people's evil ways. But through Noah building the ark, why he's going to bring the world comfort. There's more that meets the eye when looking at chapter 5. When you first glance at it, you'd think, okay, God's telling Adam's family tree that leads to Noah, because of course, Noah is going to bring the flood. But when you dig a little bit deeper, you find how truly funny and amazing our God is. Let's take a look specifically at the names and the ages and years in which Noah and his grandfather lived.
Looking at the names, we see Adam, meaning man, and Seth, a meaning appointed, Enosh, meaning mortal, and Canaan, sorrow, Mahalalel, the blessed God, and Jared shall come down. Enoch, meaning teaching, and Methuselah, his death shall bring. Lamech, meaning despairing, and Noah, meaning comfort and rest. Now, let's read that all together. Man is appointed mortal sorrow, but the blessed God shall come down, teaching, his death shall bring the despairing, then comfort and rest. Wow, our God is so merciful. So Methuselah's name, meaning his death shall bring, tells us that in the Bible, after Methuselah dies, something tragic happens. In Genesis 5:25 to 27, Methuselah had Lamech, Noah's father, at the age of 187, and then lived another 782 years after that. So Methuselah lived a total of 969 years. That's the exact year the Bible says Methuselah died. In Genesis 7:6, the Bible interprets the flood coming in the 600th year of Noah's life. Don't worry, we'll get there. Are you guys ready for a little math that'll blow your mind? Methuselah has Lamech at the age of 187. Let's plus that by 182, the years that went by until Lamech had Noah, plus the 600 years until the flood comes. It equals 969. The same time Methuselah died. So when Methuselah dies,